Welcome to my channel. Happy New Year. The clock just struck 12 about an hour and a half ago, an hour and 3/4. And the subject for today's video is New Year's resolutions. Now, I don't know about the rest of you guys. I used to make New Year's resolutions, but it's been some time since I've bothered to do so. And it's not just because most people statistically don't keep them past the first month, but I guess, and maybe this is a bunch of excuses on my part, but the way I see it, self-improvement should be something that we do year long. And also the way I see it, my personal New Year's tends to be my birthday, which was like a month or two ago. So I don't feel a pressure, a social pressure to make New Year's resolutions, but sometimes it is fun to look back on your life and to look at what, how you can improve. And so I've been doing this, and I'm thinking, since I'm a YouTuber and since I have to post new videos 3 times a week, that does put a certain pressure because I have the same amount of time that everybody else has. But because YouTube is not the only thing I have in my life, I have been forced to reassess how I spend my time. And I am ashamed to say that I have sacrificed certain things that are important to me because you only have 24 hours in a day. And one of the things I feel kind of bad about is my fitness. That I used to work 6 hours, or 6 days a week. I did a combination of cardio. I did kickboxing moves. I also did baby weights, because they're not heavy weights. That's what I call them. I usually work out along with the fitness programming on television. I have Comcast, and I will use the built-in DVR, and I find certain fitness programs that I like. Plus, they have on demand, and I save them also. So, but this is something that I've kind of been serious about for the past 4 years. And I was looking at my calendar last week and a week before, when I was preparing for my year in review video, and I was looking at what I have done this year, especially things that impacted my channel. And I was looking at how I'd always write down the fitness, which usually I did like between 6 o'clock in the morning and 9 o'clock in the morning. Before I discovered how to work the DVR, I would actually wait until they were on the TV show. The JLTV is a really great network, and there's this guy by the name of Gilad Jankowicz, and he's one of the guys whose tapes I work out to. But I would get up and I would make myself do that 9 a.m. workout, whether I felt like it or not. And this was something that I was very disciplined about. Even though one of the things that I liked the least was if you're half asleep trying to run in place. And I would, because unfortunately our floors are warped. And so some of the straighter places would be like near the doorway of my room. And I'm half asleep and I'm running in place. And I'm like, have you ever tried to run in place when you're half asleep? What you'll end up doing is you will start to fall asleep, and you will invariably hit your head on a wall, or the, what do you call that, the woodwork, and plus maybe your ankles don't always feel like they're running in place. But by the time we got into the boxing moves and stuff, I really enjoyed that a lot. And since I committed to this YouTube schedule of 3 days a week, that I have to have something decent enough to post, that has cut into my workout time. As I was looking at my calendar and I was seeing where I was working out almost every day, and how then I stopped writing it down because of my calendars. You only have so much space. It was always important for me to make a note of whether I filmed a video or whether I posted a video. And this is before I got the big notebooks that I have now. So I'm working with a calendar and I'm putting space for the things I do. So I stopped listing everything that I did. And I noticed I stopped listing the fitness before I started slacking off on it. And now I feel really ashamed because I miss what working out did for me mentally. Obviously, I enjoyed what it was doing for my body. One of the things that I have done to compensate for how I haven't been working out as much is I have adjusted my diet accordingly. That means I have not been going at it with the potato chips and the chocolate as much, because the last thing I want is to get out of shape and yeah, I don't want to be politically correct here because that's really not my style, but there's a lot of obesity in my family. I don't want any part of the family. Yes, I love, but the obesity I don't want for myself. And anything I can do to avoid that happening, I'm going to do. When I was younger, I did all kinds of things to make sure it wasn't going to happen. But when I realized it was time to quit all that nonsense, now I go by it the honest way. I believe in fitness. I believe in living a healthy lifestyle. As long as you could do it in a way that you can afford. Because for me, if I can't afford it, it isn't going to happen. And I would think that a lot of people are like that. You budget, you want to be intelligent and stuff. But so I'm thinking of, okay, if I'm going to make a New Year's resolution, it should be something that's achievable and maybe something that I feel guilty about. The fitness is one thing that I feel the most ashamed about, and I really would like to get back into it. I have so much more gear now, of course, and this probably sounds like excuses, but because of the warped floors, there's a lot of things. And plus, since this room used to have a litter box in it, I'm not going to be getting down on the floor for any reason. It'll have to be another room unless I go and have these floors steamed and cleaned or something. And I can't see doing that because if 6 months from now I move out to another place or whatever, I'm not going to worry about steam cleaning these carpets because they're probably going to pull them anyway. But when I think about New Year's resolutions and I think about self-improvement and things, it also reminds me of, if anybody's ever been in the 12-step program, AA or NA, for instance, there's a fourth step, and that is about making a ceaseless, okay, I will quote from the book, "We made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves." And isn't that what New Year's resolutions are about? Seeing where your biggest screw-ups are and thinking about what's manageable, what you can actually do something about, and then doing it. And so, I mean, and there's other things that I would like to get back to in my life. Like, for instance, I still have a whole bunch of songs that I still need to work on. And I have a guitar that I really desperately need to change the strings because I'm sure that they are so old that, and they don't hold a tune more than like a few minutes. So, and if any of you has a PV Raptor, they're kind of a challenge to change your strings because of the way the headstock is designed. And I would grab the guitar and show you right now, but it's on the other side of my bed. And with my luck, I'm going to pull out these cords here and cause a mess. And I don't want to do that. So, okay, so it's the end of the year. It's officially 2019. One of my day jobs, because I have a number of day jobs that are help to finance my YouTube channel, as it were. Of course, I don't really have a budget, but one of my day jobs, I just made my end of the year cash out. I discovered that they offer PayPal. And one of my very serious goals, and it's involving skincare, is I am going to be patronizing this online pharmacy that's actually in India. And I'm going to be getting my real Retin-A. And this, one of my day jobs, I have been specifically working towards that because I don't believe in borrowing funds from other things that I have set aside. And so I am going to now, whenever I want to, of course, I'm still working on this really excellent skincare from The Ordinary. And the only thing that's keeping me from really doing a serious rush on getting the Retin-A is because I have two different kind of retinoids here. I have the retinol 0.5% in squalane, and I have the Grand Active Retinoid 5% in squalane, which is what I've been working on now. So I probably can get by waiting another month or so. I'm going to see how these work, and of course I'm going to be giving a review on that. I have some exciting things planned for the channel. I hope you guys like what I have. Some of it I'm pretty sure what I'm doing. Other things I'm going to kind of feel as we go along because I know some of you subscribed for the lifestyle, the fashion, the beauty kind of stuff. Other people, you like your the political content. And I realize that some of you people have subscribed specifically for the political stuff because you saw my Washington, D.C. videos. You saw, maybe some of you saw me at the Walkaway March. By the way, if they do it again in Washington, I will go. Hopefully it'll be a little warmer because I think I'm going to stay out of Washington until it warms up some. Okay. Oh, yeah. You see what I didn't have a star for the tree, so see, I put here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to give you a better... There. What do you think? Okay. Well, that was my Happy New Year video. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. I put out content 3 times a week for viewing pleasure. And you see my baddies ties behind me? I will be wearing some more of these because I really like them. And, oh yeah, what do you think of the Christmas tie? I figure New Year's Eve's probably the last time you could wear Christmas stuff. And it's one of the things I left behind. Incidentally, I'm bringing up my father because he passed away on New Year's Eve in about 10 years ago. Yeah. So anyway, this is for Dad. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.